Do you have a dream and do you wish to achieve your dream? So to all the viewers of Body Mind Soul magazine as well as Body Mind Soul Festival, do you have a dream and do you wish to achieve your dream? And if your answer is yes and yes, then you are on the right topic today and you're on the right session today, because today our topic is Body Mind Soul Live Talk number 39, From Purpose to Movement with Sukhi Wei, the founder of myVeganuary. So a very good afternoon to everyone. How is everyone doing, right? This is Christina. And if this is your first time watching this live session, we have been ongoing since last year, May. And the entire intention of Body, Mind, Soul is always, impacting life positively. So one of the way that we impact life is continuously, consistently, and committed to do and run this live talk every Saturday at 3 p.m. So say hi to me, yeah. And if this is your first time, just drop by a message, say hi, hello, because Christina love to engage and read all the comments and pull out all the comments before I welcome our guest, which is Sukhi. We are here to talk about from purpose to movement and what kind of movement that she will share with us. Stay tuned with us. And for all of you who are now, thinking, what kind of dream should I have? Maybe this will be something going to inspire you. So I have our Lau saying, hello, Christina, hello. And how about the rest of you? How is everyone in this Saturday? A week to go before we count down to our Chinese New Year celebration. Yesterday, I talked about how creative are you to celebrate Chinese New Year. So we had fun yesterday. I kind of had some ideas what I'm going to do with my entire big family together with my grandmother. So if my cousins who is watching it, congratulations, because all of you voted me to be the host and also the program event director for this Chinese New Year celebration. So I'm going to have surprise for you. So how is everyone? What is your dream? And do you have a dream? Share with us. Oh my God. Christina Teng, will you sing today? Let me think. Let's see how many requests from the floor. I have Vivian. Hi, Christina, looking with a heart shape. Pyong, Christina, signature is when I receive a heart shape from the floor, I will pyong back. Looking forward seeing Sukhi. Yes. And Lau over here, 3 heart shape. Pyong. Send it back to all of you. That's the way I can interact with everyone. Lau, my dream is to hear you sing. Okay. Let's see whether your dream comes true. I'm not sure about it. So about the rest, and for all the rest of you, make sure that you are watching this Body, Mind, Soul live talk session together with Sukhi on our platform, Body, Mind, Soul magazine, as well as Body, Mind, Soul festival page, because only that, when you comment, it will reflect on my screen. So if you are watching it from a watch party, switch it to the original channel so that, whatever comment that you have, whatever question that you have for our guests, or even for me, or requests, like Lau been requesting for me to sing. Let me see how many people are in it for, and then I'll see whether I should or should not. All right. So I would really want to hear from all the guests, right? All the audience over here. First, if you can, let me know where you come from. Second, if you can, share with me what kind of dream you have. It might not need to be a big dream, right? It can be as simple as like what Lau just did. I hope my dream is for Christina to sing. Okay. So, our admin over here. Depends on the number of requests from audience. Come, all comment here, say yes to let us know how many of you want Christina to sing. Did I just dig a hole for myself to jump into? Yeah, because I never prepared myself to sing at all, right? And I'm supposed to welcome our guest. Yeah, very good, all of you. Yes, my admin say, yeah, you just did, and you dig a hole for yourself to jump. All right, okay. So for Body, Mind, Soul Live Talk, it's quite light and easy. And a lot of time I invited the guests to really have fun in this entire session, very casual, and we talk about ideas, we exchange about concepts, we exchange about tips to life, we exchange about, hopes, things like how everyone move forward no matter what is going on. We are here again to impact life positively. So for all the viewers, I really, 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 really love to have you, to just drop me a message. I have Zifeng over here. She'll open another live for singing Christina Tang. Okay, all right, let's see. Maybe in future, all right? I will entertain all of you. Hi, Eva. Hello, Christina from Eva. Eva, long time didn't see you. Agreed to which one? Should open another live for singing with me, me entirely singing. I think maybe I should invite my guests, all my admin at the back who has been the person that pushing the live talk every time asking me to do something crazy. Maybe it's time to put them into the limelight, and then we will have a choir singing together. How about that? Yeah, they are all now gone from their own screen at the backstage. That's the beauty of Body Mind Soul team member. All right, live band on live, exactly, with all the admin over here. Okay, all right. Zifeng, invite Beatrice Lee as well. Yes, you please tell Beatrice Lee on behalf for me. Okay, all right. So everyone, as usual, if this is your first time watching with Christina, when this gesture, when I'm doing this thing, which is warming up your palm, is to get your palm ready so that you can clap together with me to warm up our guest, which is Sukhi, the founder of myVeganuary. So clap, 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 clap. And let me welcome Sukhi. Hello, Sukhi.
Hello, Christina.
Yes, Sukhi, founder of myVeganuary. Sukhi, how are you?
Good.
How,
1 week after the event.
1 week? Oh yeah, you just finished. myVeganuary was the entire movement campaign in January, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And it's just a little bit for the audience to know the background of this whole campaign. Maybe Sukhi, you can explain a little bit?
Yeah, so myVeganuary was inspired by the Veganuary UK or global movement for people to go on a plant-based diet. So myVeganuary is kind of the Malaysian version of that, and we got people to pledge to go plant-based for 3, 5, or 7 days a week in the month of January. So it just finished.
All right. I'm sure you have a lot more juicy story to share with all our audience. But before that, I'm going to pull out some message over here. I have Eva. Yeah, I'm super busy working. I miss you. Yeah, Eva, I miss you too. And you should watch back our live talk yesterday. Yeah, you will have fun. All right. Vivian, hi, Sukhi, looking great.
Hi, Vivian.
Eva, hello, Sukhi. Lao, hello, Sukhi, with a lot of lovely heart-shaped eyes. I have Su Hua. Hi, beautiful Sukhi.
My sister.
Yeah, I guess so. Hello, Su Hua. Nice meeting you over here. And later, Sukhi will share with us a little bit about you as well. Yeah, stay tuned. All right.
Yeah, sister, not this one. I have two sisters.
Not this one. Oh, the other. Okay, never mind. All right. So, Sukhi, maybe you can share a little bit with us, your background, your own personal story a little bit for a start. How you get into this plant-based idea.
Yeah. So up till kind of end of last year, I was working in a consulting firm. And then I left the role to pursue opportunities and ideas in the sustainable food and agriculture space. So plant-based has always been one of the things that really resonates with me, because for me, like, that is basically kind of the diet that can solve so many of the world's problems. So and I've been following that movement for a long time. And then after I left my job, then I had a lot of time on my hands to kind of dabble, and decided to bring Veganuary to Malaysia.
Nice. But Sukhi, are you always a plant-based person, or how it all started? I mean, it has to be something so that you get that kind of awareness and you follow that kind of movement, right?
Yes. So I've been a vegetarian since I was 12. The turning point for me was when I saw a video, as many people who turn vegetarian or vegans know, of the slaughterhouse. And I thought that I just cannot, with that knowledge, I cannot ignore it, and I definitely cannot support that industry. And at a time, my older brother also went vegetarian. My whole family is also very supportive, and we always cook plant-based meals at home. So that's how it all started. And my mom even made like vegetarian lunch boxes for me as well. And then over the years, so ethical reason was kind of compassion was the main reason I got into it. But as I kind of learned more about the world, then I started learning about like how healthy a plant-based diet can be and how good it is for our environment. So there's just more and more reason for me to stay vegetarian. And then more recently, I went 100% plant-based on my diet, actually with Veganuary. So very happy to be starting that out with so many people this year.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So you see, when it comes to food, that's also part of my favorite. Yeah, I'm a foodie, which all most of our Body Mind Soul Life Talk followers, they all know when they look at Christina's face. And when Christina talk about food, it's a lot of joy, right? Suki, I remember that you did share with us something about how food is to you. Maybe you can share a little bit with our audience.
Yeah, so I've been obsessed with food for the longest time. Not just in terms of like, oh, I love eating, but the whole concept of like what food means and what it symbolizes. Because food is sustenance. It gives you energy. You need it to survive. It's nutrition. It helps you maintain your health. At the same time, it's also cultural. It's social. You
Yeah.
bond with friends and family when you eat.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and also importantly, it's I feel like food puts power back into our hands to do good for the world. Because when I'm on a plant-based diet, every single meal that I choose to be plant-based, I'm saving the environment, I'm saving animals, and I'm nourishing my own body at the same time, which I think is not just a selfish act to be healthy, but you're actually benefiting the people around you. If you're healthy, you're a happier person, you're more energetic, and you don't need to like depend on other people so much, right? If you maintain a healthy body. Yeah.
Nice, nice. We have Adeline over here saying hello to you and all
Hi,
of us.
Adeline.
Yes, we have Vivian. Yeah, I am. I think Vivian is referring. I am also on full plant-based diet. I believe Vivian was on full plant-based diet after the what do you call that? After the pledge, if I'm not mistaken. Vivian, let us know if you are because of that, right? And also, you know what? It's very interesting, Suki, because during our discussion, you let us know that your mother is a certified raw food chef.
Yes. Yeah. So I
Did
think
you
when I was
invite?
like 15.
Yeah, sorry. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
No, so when I was like, I think 15, when I was in secondary school, my mom and her sister, so my aunt, went to the US to
Mhm.
learn about, take a culinary course in raw food. And so they would
Wow.
make like raw tarts, raw mayo, like raw vegan mayo, smoothies, and like we drink green smoothie every morning in our house. It's like a blend of fruits, vegetables, and also like flax seeds. Yeah.
That's
So I would say my
that.
mom
That's,
definitely. Yeah. Sorry, go
sorry. Go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah. Does it? I mean, is this impacted anything in your life because of your mother is a raw chef, raw food chef herself?
Yes, I not so much the fact that she's a raw food chef, but I think that is a reflection of how much she cares about health and bringing health
Mm,
into our family. So, like just now, I said that I started vegetarianism because of ethical reasons, and
yes.
the way I learned about health is a lot of it is from my mom and how she always talks about nutrition and importance of eating well at home. Yeah.
Okay. We have Lily over here saying hello, Suki, to you as well. All right. Awesome. Awesome. And, Suki, let's go a little bit different. Yeah. When you are, in your resting period, trying to figure out what to do, what comes into your mind that you wanted to do something like that? Something like myVeganuary, the movement, a plant-based movement.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the short story is that one day I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I want to do that. Because I've always wanted to do something in plant-based. I even thought about like starting some plant-based business, which eventually kind of like decided not to pursue. Yes. So kind of in October last year, I was like, okay, that's something that I feel like I should do. But I think there's a longer backstory of how basically I've been following the plant-based movement globally as well as in Malaysia. So I was studying in the UK before, and I know that it's a lot easier for people to be vegan, to be plant-based there. But pretty much every single restaurant, has like some sort of plant-based option. And Veganuary started in the UK to really normalize this whole concept and make everyone know about plant-based and veganism, right? So then when I came back here, of course, it's less easy to be plant-based, but I also noticed that in the past few years, we have like more and more restaurants that are vegan or vegan friendly, and we have so many amazing content creators, influencers, chefs sharing their recipes and all that. So we have like really like amazing golden nuggets in the plant-based community. So I was thinking, how can I bring this together and tell people that's outside of the plant-based community that, hey, we exist, and make it a lot less intimidating for them to join and to try out this lifestyle.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. We have Vivian over here. Just to interrupt you a little bit. Indeed, it's because of my Veganuary that I pledged for 7 days a week and decided to just continue. Wow. That's another transformation that my Veganuary has touched and transformed a person. So Sukhi, like you talk about, you just wanted to bring this plant-based diet concept less intimidating, less resisting for all those who have yet to try, right? And you had the thought in October, but you kick it off in January, right? There must be a lot of planning, a lot of connections that you need to make. But before you continue with that, I want to ask the audience, how many of us here find that, becoming a, let's not even talk about plant-based, just talk about cutting out meat first, right? Vegetarian is a little bit challenging for you. And will you be interested to go with this plant-based continuously? Because Sukhi is going to be here to share with us more, to let you know, actually, it's not that difficult. I thought it's difficult at first as well. I am a vegetarian already, but to me, to let go the cheese part is something that I find it challenging. But because of I sign up 3 days, I have a lot of my friends, Sukhi, has asked me, so Christina, you've been a vegetarian for so long. Are you going to turn plant-based? I'm like, no, not for me. My love for cheese is here to stay, So I never never dare to even say that I'm a plant-based person. I just say I'm a vegetarian. That's all, right? But because of this myVeganuary, and Body Mind Soul is part of the media support that have supported myVeganuary movement, because that is really what Body Mind Soul has always aimed to do. So I thought, you know what? Maybe since they have 3 days, why not I just kick it off with 3 days? And Sukhi, I want to confess something to you. Initially, I thought it's only 3 days in a month when I pledge.
I think some people actually thought that, yeah.
So I thought it was 3 days. I was like, yeah, it's so easy, just 3 days in a month, nothing gonna hurt me anyway. So after I filled up the form, and then I found out from my friend, hey, it's not 3 days in a month, it's 3 days in a week. Inside me was like, should I continue? Should I not? Should I not? And I was like, you know what? You have started off something, you have committed to something, let's stay committed. Let's make it work. I'm sure it can be done, right? So that's how it kind of like pushed me, to continue for the entire month of January. And I was just, I mean, to all the audience, yeah, I was just sharing with Sukhi how this have made a change in me, in my life as well. So because I pledged for this 3 days plant-based, right, under Veganuary, even though no one going to spot check me, there's no police going to spot check me whether I'm doing it, I'm taking it seriously or not, But because of the pledge, and because of the course that, I believe, the why is very important. Like Sukhi, your purpose it was you from purpose, and it become a movement. So it also helped us as a participants to also know what is our why. So what happened to me was, because of the awareness, I cut down my dessert order, which has egg in it, right? And I look for vegan choices or plant-based choices, because my Veganuary has different partners. And at the same time, sometimes without my awareness, I practice more than 3 days a week. Yeah. So I feel, for those who are still thinking, whether this should be or should not, you can really try, for a foodie like me. This is my experience, especially I was like 3 days in a month, hiya, sap soya, easy. Then 3 days in a week, I was like, oh no, what did I sign up to? Yeah.
Yes.
So how about
Yeah.
the rest on the floor? Yeah, Sukhi, please go ahead.
No, I super resonate with what you said, which is that remembering why you started doing that in the first place is one of the one of the best ways to keep yourself motivated and to stick on track. We did an end of Veganuary survey, and that like 80% of the people said that this remembering the reason they started was the reason that they stayed plant-based throughout the month. Even if you slip off, like they can get back on. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel one thing good about this movement is not asking us to be perfect, right? But it's asking us to have a try. And once you try and remembering our why, that's how it will become a sustainability inside us, that, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's continue. I remember filling up the survey form as well, towards the last question, it was like, will you continue this movement or something like that? Sukhi, is that correct?
Yes. It's like
Yeah.
what would be your pledge after January?
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll continue, stick with 3 days. But, sometimes it's just a psychological way to tell you it's only 3 days, but it's actually more than that. So when you think that way, it becomes easier. So we have quite a few comments on the floor. Lao over here, especially during Chinese New Year, many people find it challenging to have plant-based diet. Yeah. Awesome, Christina, for not giving in. Yeah, especially after knowing it's 3 days in a week. That's really a challenge for me. All right. And in the past, I always had the thought that, to practice a plant-based diet is difficult in Malaysia. But you know what, Sukhi, thanks to you for putting in all the efforts, combining all the partners that myVeganuary has, it kind of like let me know, hey, there are a lot of restaurants, a lot of places that I didn't know of, right? So Sukhi, why did you have this concept, and how this whole concept become materialized, this whole campaign in your October, November, December 3 months journey?
Yeah. So the idea came about, I think, as I mentioned just now, inspired by the UK movement, and also seeing that we have really interesting activity coming up in the Malaysian community. And I wanted to showcase that. And so then once I have a pretty solid idea, then I just kind of went in to do it, without thinking too much about it. We spent about maybe 2 weeks planning and recruiting a team. So very fortunate to have been supported by a really good team. We have Chef Dave, who's a co-founder, and help us pull together so many resources, network, and also run some of our weekend events. My sister also was supporting the social media, and another person, Apshi, thank you so much for helping with our social media as well. And then I was handling a lot of the connecting with the partners. And also we had Ria, who's in Penang. So I just kind of like I posted on the Malaysian like Facebook groups, plant-based, vegetarian, vegan groups, and like, hey, I'm doing this. Any volunteers? And people actually like reply me. So I found that once I have the idea and I can communicate the idea clearly to people and people buy into it, then it's not hard at all to get support, especially for that. Yeah.
Especially for what? Sorry.
For a good cause like that.
Mhm.
If someone else believes in the same cause, they will support you. Yeah. And same for the partners as well. Sure, we have some restaurants who are like, sorry, we can't do it. But yeah, I'm also surprised that there are so many vegan friendly and vegan restaurants in Malaysia, and they're so happy to be a part of this campaign. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I have Geeta over here. Hi, I'm Geeta. For those of us who love food and are foodie, the solution is to be creative and make really flavorful food. Yeah, Geeta, thank you for your comments. Stay tuned with us, and do share with us. How's your journey, Geeta? If you are also another plant-based person, share with us how was your journey, and so that it can also inspire all our audience who is watching. So, Sukhi, anything else that comes to you while the entire planning, what are the most challenge part to you in this short 3 months and pull it off?
Yeah, so I think the top challenge was resource crunch. So in retrospect, I should have invested a bit more time building up a team. Oh, I forgot to say thank you, Hamza, for being our video person and who did our finale video so well. You can check out our conclusion video with like really nice interviews of people on different parts of the plant-based journey and also for the weekend events. Okay, going back to this.
Can.
Yeah, sorry.
To really shout out to all those who have contributed. That's
Yes.
a very that's a very good side of you. Yeah, Sukhi, please continue.
And so, which brings me back to the point, which is that I should have invested more time in building a bigger team because we're definitely shorthanded. But then, like, how I overcame it was just kind of did stuff at odd hours. I just like did spend a lot of time, personal time, and getting the team to invest time in it. And it wasn't easy. But for me, it was like, okay, it's only like 2 months. 2 months to the event, right? So let's just do it. It's a temporary thing. But if I had to do it over and over again, then I would definitely invest in building a good team. The second thing was working with my family. So my younger sister was helping with the social media. And I think when you work with family, it's easy to have conflicts, probably because, let's say like when I'm working with just normal colleagues, right? I would be more careful with my words. But with family, it's like there's no filter, I just tend to say whatever I want. So it's a big learning to be professional when working with family. You can be honest, but at the same time, be careful to not. Yes, exactly. Be mindful of my emotions and my words because ultimately, everyone on the team is still working to the same goal, right? And no one's getting paid to do this. Everyone is just like driven by passion. So it's about being empathetic and being patient and being mindful of how I carry myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very good point, Sukhi, especially for the working with family part. I think this is applicable not just on working with family, especially now we are having an extension of lockdown. We are staying with our family more and more, rather than you have some time out and then you come back, only 4 or 5 hours that you spend time with your family members. But nowadays you are spending time with your family members in the same house the entire day. I believe being mindful of our words, being honest is a good thing. At the same time, being mindful is very, very important. Sukhi, there are quite some questions over here. Let me just bring it out. Geeta, hi Sukhi, and Christina just saying hi because I forgot to say that. Geeta, thank you very much. Vivian, on average, how much sleep did you get during the planning stage?
Enough.
And also, her question, did it bring you and your sister closer after the experience?
So I'll take the first question, which is how much did I sleep? Enough. Because at the time I was still, just out of my full-time job, and I was kind of spending I had a lot of time on my hands to do this. So that was okay. And it's just like maybe at the end, like right before January, it was a bit of a time crunch, and maybe I'll sleep like 5, 6 hours. But that was definitely not the norm. Yeah. And then the second thing is, did it bring me and my sister closer?
Mhm.
Definitely. I think that's also a learning in the lockdown, which is how families can, how my family kind of went through rounds of conflict and also conflict resolution. Like we're very open, we can be very vulnerable, and my mom always says that you can choose to be a family with conflicts, but then you get closer, or you can choose to be a family without conflict, but you sacrifice connection.
Wow, those are a very wise words. You can choose
Yep.
to be a family that has conflict but get closer, or you can choose to be a family that has no conflict but what sacrifice? What was the word?
Connection.
Sacrifice connection. Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to write that down for myself as well. Okay, so Suki, I'm just curious, with this short period of time and with whatever that you're going through, and also not enough resources on hand, is there any moment you wanted to give up?
No, definitely no. That was an
Can I know
easy
why?
one.
Can I know
Well,
why?
I think because it was a quite a short time period. Like there was no time to think about giving up or whatever, and there's no backing out, right? It's like week one into planning, I'm already reaching out to all these partners. I'm already reaching out to all these like content creators, influencers. We have co-founder, built a team, so there's no going back on that. Um, yeah, and there's just been so much support, and I feel like I was definitely very excited about the impact that this could have. So it never crossed my mind to give up.
Nice. And if in that case, what motivated you to continue to move forward? Because I know you have another project coming up, which we're gonna share with the rest. But let's go in a little deeper. When you have conflicts, when you have not enough time, and when you have maybe not enough sleep, especially the last few weeks when it's time to roll it out, right? What keeps you motivated, what inspires you to continue to, hey, let's get this done, and also coming out with another project right after.
uh, the so I think that is where we can draw the relation back to the title of this talk, which is from purpose to movement. I feel like, okay, one step even before that is values. So for me, the value of health, the value of compassion, they really motivate me and drive me and put me in the direction of what I want to do in life. And then that comes my purpose, which I feel like food is where I want to translate my values into. Food is where I can be compassionate and encourage people to be more passionate as well. I mean, compassionate and healthy, for your own body and for the environment. So, with a strong purpose in mind, that is what keeps me going. That's what really motivates me, and in fact, it makes me so excited to do everything that I did. Yeah.
Is I really love what you share, and also, I remember that you told us, imagine that if I have one person, being a plant-based meal, having a one meal plant-based meal, and it's doing a good deed for that already, right? That's where one of the thing that you told us and you shared with us is, through food you are not just taking it healthy because of plant-based, you are also doing a good thing for the earth, and for compassion reason as well, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly. I think it puts so much mindfulness and awareness to what you are doing, because you're making these choices 3 times a day, and it makes it so much easier to do good, right? Because I think when people think about, oh, I want to be kind, like I want to volunteer, I want to donate money. I mean, yes, all that is good. And even better is, a diet, like every single meal is a chance for you to make a difference. It can be a small difference, but when you add it up, like everyone does it, like it's actually an immense impact to the world.
Nice. I want to also throw the question back to our audience who are very actively commenting. I'm going to pull out the comments. Okay, to all the audience of Body Mind Soul watching and supporting Sukhi, do you live with your purpose? Do you all have a purpose in life? And if you do, what is yours? Sukhi has demonstrated and really show us, she really has passion with food, and her purpose was really coming from turning all this and knowing the compassion reason, and that's why it drives her to continue and motivate her to make and materialize the entire movement, which is myVeganuary, a plant-based movement. How about all of you? What is your purpose? And share with us, where are you now at this point of time? And let me see. I have Vivian. Wow, your mom is awesome. I think that's about the conflict concept. And we have Adeline, a long one. It was well done despite what you have shared on what you would do better. We will support you, Sukhi. We have been plant-based for a while and can be quite critical with food choices. Hence, mostly eat at home because it wasn't easy to find a restaurant that suits us. But with myVeganuary 2021 has brought a lot of brands together as a community too. We found so many eateries and supported a number of food partners because we can try them out with discount. Exactly, and that is what happened to me as well. Vivian over here, no plan B, must make it happen. All right. I have over here our admin super mom. I think we really love the quotes that you have shared with us. Vivian, yeah, me too. myVeganuary connected with a lot of restaurants and good vegan products. Yes, I would say me three as well for that. Thank you, Sukhi, for doing that. I love it very much. And Vivian over here, yeah, it's a conscious choice to make a difference through food. Exactly. So everyone in the audience, what is your purpose and where are you now with it? Over here, Adeline has just answered us, Sukhi. Yes, I have. Very similar to Sukhi, advocating healthy lifestyle habits through plant-based, a way of living, especially for kids. Wow. Adeline, share with us how was it with food, with children. So Sukhi, in your campaign, what is the youngest age that have pledged for it? Do you have a
we don't. No, we don't collect that specific data. We have an age band of like below 20, so can't give you an answer.
Oh, okay. Because I was like quite interested with what Adeline has shared for kids. That is something nice. All right, I have your sister. We are proud of you, Sukhi, Hua, and Mom. Hi, Auntie. Hello, Auntie.
My mom must be so flattered right now.
Do you want to say anything to your mom over here on air?
Yeah, my mom has shaped so many of my values and my belief system. So I credit it all back to her.
I always, sometimes when my mom is on air, like when I'm doing live talk, she will sometimes pop in and say hello, Then I will share some secrets of my mom's secrets to all the audience. So that's the beauty of being a host. All right, now over here, Vivian, I'm waiting for my plant-based food from you. Lily, makes it so much easier if one of your parent is a chef, a plant-based one at that. I think it's also crediting to you, Sukhi. Your mom is a raw food chef at home. All right. And we have Vivian. I'm so happy that Chef Dave connected me with Sukhi because she's such an inspiring person. Exactly. And also over here, hi, Sukhi's mom. You have a great and amazing daughter. Wow. Shout out to the mother in the house. Are you feeling a bit awkward?
Thank you, guys.
Your mom is replying, Mom, my purpose is to create a conscious culture starting from home. Wow.
She's done it well. She's done it well.
I have to say, Auntie, you've done it well so that, your daughter created this movement. And Sukhi, how many people in the end pledged for this myVeganuary?
More than 1,500.
Wow. Wow, that is amazing. Is this the first year?
It is the first year. So hoping for more participation next year.
Was the result surprised you or or it was in your expectation?
I actually didn't have much expectations for it. Our initial target was 500 because I was like, okay, that sounds kind of reasonable, and I don't want to dishearten myself from having a really high target. And honestly, it was like, how to set a target, right? These kind of things, you just kind of pull it out of the air. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, but really glad to have achieved that number. Of course, number is not everything. For me, what was even more valuable is like seeing people sharing their experience with us, and also we had like these FAQ, or people can ask us questions, and we
Mhm.
could respond to how to help them through the journey. I think that is also very valuable.
And seeing that, it's not about just people sending in the form pledging it, but they are really taking action, they are really getting closer, they are really trying to find out more in depth how to do, what to do, where to find. I think that excites you and your team more than the 1,005 numbers. Am I right to say something like that?
Of course, but happy to have the numbers.
Of course, who doesn't, right? That's like showing how many life that you have transformed from maybe non-plant based to really plant based, right? So that's a good job, Suki. Congratulations,
Thank
congratulations.
you. Thanks,
We
Christina.
have Vivian over here. Maybe next time we can get Auntie on live talk. Hello, Auntie, an invitation to you already. Maybe, who knows, Auntie? Yeah, maybe you can shout out to us as well. So, Suki, what is next since My Veganuary has started? You started off as a one-off project, correct? My Veganuary.
Yes, sort of. It
And
was meant to be a like yearly thing. And so, but the question of continuity has always been big on our team's minds, even before January came about. So, the next thing is we are launching a student society called the Green Spoon. So, this is a society that's open for pre U, diploma, university students. And we're essentially recruiting youth leaders to grow our numbers and to support and drive this plant based movement forward. It's going to be kind of the youth arm of the Malaysian Vegetarian Society. So we're going to get a lot of resources, a lot of network from there, and the Green Spoon will be the group that's responsible to organize next year's myVeganuary, and also whatever impactful events they want to do in the plant-based movement throughout the whole year. Yes, so
wow.
thanks for sharing these pictures.
And you are recruiting all this, correct?
Yes, we are
Recruiting
now
all the youth to
recruiting.
join.
We are recruiting. So I think I'm not sure if I sent you this one image, maybe not, but we are recruiting for a number of leadership positions. So think of it like your normal student society, except that it's inter-school. So it's not linked to any university. It's any university students can join. And we're recruiting for all the usual stuff, right? Like president, vice president, secretary, finance, partnerships, marketing. So you have a lot of opportunities for a leadership position. And also we're looking for university ambassadors. If you're passionate about driving plant-based in your university. And if you want to support this movement without too much of the commitment, you want to be like a volunteer and be part of the community, we're also recruiting regular members for the Green Spoon.
Nice. Okay. So for all those youth out there, if you're watching it, just click on the link where our admin has just shared. You can register from there, and Suki and the team will get in touch with you. Suki, I have a audience is asking. Sorry, can I ask what exactly My Veganuary, a platform, what do they do? Because she's not too familiar. Maybe you can just share again a little bit.
Yeah, hi Gita. Thanks for asking. So, My Veganuary was a campaign in January 2021. So, like it ended last week, where we got people to pledge to go plant-based for 3, 5, or 7 days a week. And then we also had like 40 plus restaurants and brands where you can get discounts. We rolled out a recipe book with over 100 vegan recipes. And we had a lot of content creators sharing, reposting, and we had like giveaways and all that, all in January.
Nice. I hope, Gita, we have answered your question. Suki, back to this green spoon, the green spoon. Specifically, why are you opening it to the youth?
Yeah.
Is there a reason
So
behind?
I think youths really can power a lot of change in the world. University students specifically, it's kind of the first time in your lives where you have the power to control your diet. I think a lot of people, when they live before that, they live with their parents and they don't really cook. So they will basically eat whatever the family eats, right? But now it's a time where they can actually have more awareness about what they're putting on their plates. At the same time, also, I think this is a chance to develop a lot of the leadership skills. I believe that to do good, to maximize the amount of good you can do in this world, you need to grow, you need to develop your skills. So this is also a platform, I hope, to empower more youths to make a change in the plant-based movement. And we're also working hard to connect our partners or our partners and supporters, like organizations, to these students so that they have a chance for internship, for hackathons, like entrepreneurial opportunities. So this is really kind of a platform to learn and grow and also make an impact.
And I believe that will be the benefits to all the youth who will be joining these. And you know what? So to shout out to all the youth out there, if you are looking at if you are already plant-based, to my surprise, there are a lot of younger youth now. They are already a vegetarian or even a plant-based practice dietary. So this will be really a good platform where they can combine what they believe as well as leadership building, and also in a community where everyone is believing in the same cause. Yeah, so I think that's very, very beautiful for me. There is question from Gita. So Gita is saying, yes, thank you for answering. I think that's about referring to myVeganuary. Gita is asking, I would like to work with you, Sukhi, to promote more creative plant-based cooking. Let's connect. All right, so we will connect you with Sukhi, Gita, don't worry. And Vivian, parents, a great way to get your pre-U, uni or diploma student to register for the Green Spoon to learn and grow and also making a change. All right. So
Yes.
Sukhi, what are the last thing that you would really love to shout out to all our audience who are watching or maybe watch the replay later? If they have a dream, how should they start off, even for the first step?
Yeah.
Do you have?
Before that, I would just have to say that the Green Spoon is not exclusively for vegans and vegetarians. Like anyone can join if you're passionate about the movement. You can even be a flexitarian, trying to be more plant-based in your diet. So just wanted to make sure that is clear. Ending
Nice.
message for people who want to translate purpose into their lives. Uh, I think it's two. Firstly, if you already found your purpose, you are very lucky. I think a lot of people struggle to actually find what they want to dedicate their lives to. And if you're still looking, then I would say for me, it would be kind of starting from your values. What do you really believe in? And if you haven't really thought about that before, then think about all these big words, right? Like compassion, respect, kindness, whatever it is, like which one really makes you tick. And then the purpose is, what is the gap in the world that you can bring a change to and like really translate your values into your purpose, right? So for me, compassion, because there is a gap in kind of diets and plant-based meals. So that's how I brought my values into my purpose. And I think once you have that really strongly ingrained in you, then everything else becomes so easy. Any challenge, it like you feel motivated, right? Like a challenge is a chance to grow. And also I found that once I started sharing, oh yes, don't be shy to share your purpose and your beliefs and your passions. I think it's easy to feel like, oh my God, I don't want to share it. It's like such a vulnerable part of me. But once I started shouting out about what I really care, then that is when I start meeting mentors, start meeting resources, people who would support me. Yeah. So I think probably reflect, and then do, and then connect and grow, shout out to people.
I like the part where you say, don't be afraid to share. So how was this experience? Can you elaborate a little more? Because you did say that it's how it connected, but do you naturally build with it that you it's easy for you to share, or it had you actually go through like a huddle a little bit, break through a little bit to in order to open your mouth to share with people, or you just naturally built with that?
I think I used to be shy about it when I was in high school. I don't think I really talked so much about how I'm passionate about food and plant based. And I think partially it's because it's a vulnerable thing. For people to know what you're passionate about, it feels vulnerable, and they know you too much, you know. But
Mm,
and also I used to be vulnerable about sharing my ideas because I feel like if I don't execute it, or if I don't execute it well, then it reflects badly on me. But what I learned is that, firstly, there's nothing to be shy about, and like I open up my chances of meeting people, like-minded people, or I can actually change someone's mind about this topic if I talk about it. So that's one. That's already impact, right? And second thing is that my ideas and what I do, they're not me, right? So if, let's say, Veganuary failed, is not me. I'm still passionate about the movement and I can learn from it. So it's okay, you know, like I don't have my ego doesn't need to be hurt. And if I had an idea that I didn't do, if I just told a friend, right, that's okay too. Because I'd be like, okay, I just moved on from that. I just decided to do something else. Like, yeah.
nice. I mean, I really like the part where you share, if let's say Veganuary fail, that's not you fail. It's just that part of the campaign maybe fail, and you can still move on to do something else. I like that concept. I have Adeline over here with long message. I can't read it. I have to pull it out. So let's see how. Via sharing our experience and supporting friends with how to and facts that we learned. Before going plant based, I was actively advocating breastfeeding, supporting mainly mummies who are working and heavily traveling, all for the best interest of kids' health. Why kids? Oh, I think now I know. It's about a question I asked quite some time ago, Sukhi. Because educating healthy habits should start from young. Plus, what we are also seeing more and more kids diagnosed with a health issue at very young age, and it is a lot to do with food. Hence, the motivation. Oh wow! Thank you, Adeline, for sharing your purpose and what has motivated you to go into there. And yeah, so Sukhi, thank you very much. It has been such a great pleasure to have you talk to us. And I just confess something about my resistance going into plant-based as well. I'll be honest. Yeah, so our admin at the back is sharing with us. Suddenly, I feel that's also reveal how old she is. Suddenly, I feel Malaysia got hope with all the young blood, because we were asking how young Suki is. Suki is below the radar of 25, if I'm not mistaken. So let's not expose exact age, yeah. All right, but our admin was like saying, suddenly I feel Malaysia got hope with all the young blood. I think she's referring to you. All right. Yeah.
Can I
So
just give a shout out to Adeline? Adeline has been super supportive of my Veganuary. She's the founder of Nourish and Nips, healthy
mhm,
snacks,
mhm.
super clean snacks. So you can check Nourish and Nips out. And also, thanks, Adeline, for all the support.
Thank you, Adeline, for also staying throughout the entire live talk session. Also, our admin over here, oh, totally agree with you that it is best to start at young age. Thank you for doing this, Adeline. And we have Geeta. It's good to be passionate about anything love, young or old. I'm 60, but still very passionate about many causes, especially healthy living and cooking, and slowly going into a sustainable plant-based lifestyle. Yeah, Geeta, thank you for showing us as an example. It's never too late. It's never too early, as long as we enjoy the moment that we are living and we believe in our own cause and our reason why, which Suki has been demonstrating to us. That will constantly move our life, and that will constantly make our life interesting, isn't it? There's always something to look forward to, Suki, correct? So that is why you have ended myVeganuary and you created another project or platform for the time being, so that it can sustain, and we will have another round of myVeganuary 2022 in January. I hope. Let's do it. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Suki, yeah, we have another comment from Adeline. Go, Suki. Yes, we really need young blood like you to champion a great movement like this in Malaysia. Thank you, thank you. And thank you to all our followers and also our audience. And if you're watching this on a playback, do share out this live talk so that, if there is someone in your family who is young, trying to find a purpose, trying to understand the dream that they should achieve or they want to achieve, this will be the best session for you to share with them. All right. So Suki, just allow me, I'm going to pull out one thing for all our audience. And this is on behalf of Body Mind Soul. We are doing a Your Say, a new year, new norm, new direction. To all the audience, we are cooking something new, but you are our star ingredient. Since we are talking about plant-based and talks a lot about food, we are cooking something new from Body Mind Soul. Yeah, Suki, just in case you don't know. And just click a few boxes and that's it. So, you can just click now. Our admin has flashed it out, the link on our comment box on Body Mind Soul magazine as well as on festival page. And you know what? You might be able to walk away a gift from us for the worth is 760. Yeah. So I think it's good. And Vivian over here is saying, thank you, Christina and Suki, for a great Saturday afternoon. And Suki, anything that you want to shout out to everyone before we do our closing? Really, really closing. Because just now your sharing is more than one. So what is the last punchline?
I'm really grateful to everyone who has helped to make my Veganuary happen, and it wouldn't have been possible without you.
Thank you, thank you. I think gratefulness and counting our blessing is one of the important essence, for us to move on in our life and for us to carry on with our passion, carry on with our purpose, carry on with whatever that we do with more love, right? With more gratitude for all, especially our family members. In a lot of times when we are carrying a movement, carrying a purpose, supports from friends and family play a very, very important role in our life. I'm not sure about you, but for me, this is really what happened. And Suki, I just want to thank you. And on behalf of Body Mind Soul, really, really thank you, for inspiring not just the audience, but also me as well. Our discussion, our pre-discussion before the live talk, you have inspired me a lot. And you reminded me why I've started doing what I am doing. And for that, I want to say thank you to you. And I wish you all the best of luck. And I don't think you need luck because you are a person who get things done. But I look forward to see more movement from you. And I look forward to have more collaborations of Body, Mind, Soul and your platform. So with that, I would like to say thank you, everyone, and goodbye. Thank you, Suki, and goodbye.
Thanks so much. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Let me pull out our closing video. Yes, that's it. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great Saturday and see you. Oh yeah, I need to inform everyone. Next Saturday is our 年初二. So Christina and the entire team is taking a break because of Chinese New Year. So with that, I think Suki, it's good that we wish everyone 恭喜发财，新年快乐，身体健康。万事如意 and Suki's mother 恭喜发财，新年快乐，身体健康。All right, goodbye everyone.